Welcome to Nerds Talking by nerdsreviews.com. Today's is episode one of season one, the very first show. I'm pretty excited. We finally got our intro music done by LA rapper MC Nutso. Is ready to hear this thing? All right, I see what we got.
nerdsreviews.com presents Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM. No matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
All right.
Mac or PC? That's what I like. Yeah, Marvel,
PC.
DC.
PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Today, I'm your host, Carlos. I'm here with my co-host Dennis Rongo and our special guest, Lafayette Azevedo. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Welcome.
Hola. So today, we're going to talk about superhero movies, upcoming superhero movies, and then our main topic will be fitness, which kind of falls in line with the superhero genre. People just wanting to look like a superhero. All right, so upcoming superhero movies. Lafayette, what are you looking forward to?
Justice League Snyder Cut. That's the one I'm looking forward most because they're adding a bunch to it. They're adding the Joker. They're doing reshoots with Amber Heard, with Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher. Man, they're adding a lot to that. They're even talking about just adding more to it, like even possibly adding Shazam, just throwing everything at it, just because they're like, you know what? Why not? We're going all in. We gave you $70 million. We might as well just dump the whole thing into it. So there's that one. Of course, Wonder Woman, if it ever comes out. And that's it. That's all. That's all I got. Those are my upcomings, but definitely Justice League Snyder Cut, HBO Max. My
Dennis,
guess
what are
is
you looking
May,
forward to?
May 2021.
Oh, really? It's got a date already?
No. I said that's my guess.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Dennis, what do you got?
I think I'm looking forward to that Wonder Woman. I think that would be interesting. Just something cool, and I think I really like the first one. So I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a pretty interesting, pretty exciting movie coming up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And I heard about the Black Widow, right? That's coming out too.
Yeah,
Next year.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so that's gonna those two movies are pretty exciting. I think as far as superhero movies, looking forward to them.
You know what?
And that's it for me.
On the Justice League one, I totally forgot. Did I mention they're bringing back Jared Leto play the Joker?
You did. You said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's gonna come back play the Joker, supposedly to fill the gaps from Batman versus Superman, and how he ties into Lex Luthor's plan originally to bring Darkseid to Earth. Why would he want to do that? I don't know. Stay tuned. HBO Max.
I heard, what's that guy's name? Is it Jesse Eisenberg? Is that his name?
Yeah, Lex Luthor. Mhm.
Yeah, I heard he didn't want to do Lex anymore at all. So
Really?
they're bringing him back?
I heard that he loves playing Lex Luthor.
I know, but then I heard he just doesn't want to do it anymore. He's like, done with that.
I just think what happens is it's too long of a wait. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's like, you know what? That was 2017 when he shot that movie,
Right.
So I think he's like, I'm over it now. I'm good. So,
well, the ones we have coming up that I'm looking forward to is the Justice League Snyder Cut. I'm really interested in that. Then we got Black Widow, Wonder Woman, which has a release date of Christmas Day. And then I don't know, Suicide Squad for sure. The Batman. But I think the Batman did it get pushed back to 22?
yes,
Correct.
it's pushed back again.
And then, so what do you think of? We got Eternals,
Oh,
Shang-Chi,
oh,
The Legend of the Ten Rings,
mm-hmm.
Morbius, and then Venom 2 is
Oh
on.
yeah,
Venom 2 is on the slate, but I don't know
they
if
already
that's for
filmed
next year.
Morbius too. Yeah. You know, it's good you brought up. Which one did you bring up just now?
Eternals.
Oh, the Batman.
Oh, the Batman.
So Warner Brothers today came out and said that they want to make of course, they want to take that Batman and make a Batman Superman movie. Yeah,
Who
exactly.
plays Superman?
So I don't know, but that's what they want. They want to expand everything through the Batman universe for that, because DC's doing universes, right? So that's a whole different universe. So they want to expand it. But yep, they said they would love to have a Batman Superman movie with those two. So anyway, there's that news, that little tidbit right there. So
The Eternals. I don't know too much about the Eternals, but it might be really good, like Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't know too much about them, but that turned out to be really good. I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. So I don't know. Marvel's been pretty golden so far with other stuff.
But they haven't
what's
released
the-
anything that's bad though. I mean, I can't think of anything that's
I can. Thor 1,
Marvel?
Thor 2.
Marvel. Thor 1's pretty decent.
there's nothing that I walked out of the theater going, that wasn't that great. But I don't know if I had to pick a Marvel movie where I was like, I guess I could have waited on that. That would
You had
be
to pick
Captain Marvel.
I mean, like they did the Hulk multiple times, right?
Yeah.
A few
They
times.
did, but
But the Ed Norton
say-
Hulk was actually decent. I like that. I like that one.
Yeah, I mean, it took them what a couple of
they
times.
did
to
two
get
of them,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick your favorite Marvel movie, but you can't include the Avengers. It has to be a single character.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy. Winter Soldier, Captain America.
Okay. Dennis, what do you got?
Deadpool.
Marvel character, not the my MCU, but thank you. Yes, Deadpool's good. For me, it's Thor Ragnarok. I can watch that over.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's a great movie. I love that movie.
Well, yeah, because when you compare it to the first two Thors, I mean, this one is just it's lighthearted,
Yeah.
it's fun, and the characters
Yeah.
really stand out.
I think they
But
kind of
they'll
went
not-
away.
What's that?
They went away with a serious tone in the first one.
Right. And what's the director's name?
Oh,
Tiki, wasn't it? Is it Tiki? I don't even know how to say his name.
Tiki, Waikiki, Bermuda, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take it. I don't know.
That's
Captain America, Winter Soldier is the best one because it's
Taika Waititi.
it's like a spy thriller, who done it, who's behind it. When you find out Hydra's actually Shield, you're like, what? That's crazy talk. Like that
No,
whole
you're
movie.
good. And that's is
Oh, yeah.
that no
I think I'm gonna go with Iron Man.
Yeah.
Dun,
Uh,
dun,
from
dun.
Deadpool to Thor Ragnarok to Iron Man.
Well, I mean,
Pick one.
you're running out of Marvel characters.
You are.
I mean, they're all-
Pretty soon
I
you're gonna
mean,
name all of them.
They're gonna be making some Avengers movie, and they're all gonna be including, the other characters that were not in it. I mean,
Hmm.
Hollywood's doing some.
Which one
twisted stuff.
is the most overrated? See? Which one did you go, wow, that got a lot of hype and that wasn't all that great?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel I didn't like at all. I just didn't care for it. I thought it was stupid.
I liked it. It's just not something where I'd go, I need to see that again.
I was the same as Black Panther for me.
Oh, really? You weren't big on Black Panther? I thought Black Panther was decent.
No, the movie's decent, but it was basically it was Lion King. The story was Lion King, basically. Yeah. The king dies, the son goes away for a while, he comes back to reclaim his throne. It was your typical, that story's been done 100 times over. And then and I didn't understand how they're self-sufficient, but yet they don't they're their own economy, so they're basically they're living off, what is it, vibranium or whatever it is.
Right. Do
They
they
don't
even
share it
have
with the
currency
world.
there? I don't even know if they have currency.
I mean, they have to have some type of currency in Wakanda. I mean, they
Maybe
have a
it's a
whole thriving like
maybe it's a
type of
barter
city, or
system.
what are they bartering?
I don't know. Nobody
Vibranium?
really seems to work. What do they do there?
Well, they have to work. You see all the technology in the buildings, and it's
Are
like
they all
super
scientists? I don't
futuristic.
even know.
They have flying cars, and
Right, but if you don't live in the city, you live in the jungle, which is kind of weird. Why do you treat these people like outcasts?
hey, that was part of the story, wasn't it?
Hmm,
See, part
that's
of the story
true.
where that one
That's
guy
true.
told him that. Like,
Yeah.
and why did the cousin, long lost cousin in Oakland, come back? Because that was his reasoning. Why are you not sharing this technology with the world? Why are you holding this to yourself? Like, he was a villain like Thanos, where you could understand his point. Like, you could
Right.
get it. You may
Right.
not be with it, but you go, hey, no, he's making sense. Well, I'm kind of with the guy. Anyway, so
And it's unfortunate Chadwick Boseman. What happened to Chadwick? So I'm curious to see how they're gonna do Black Panther 2. Really curious to see how they're gonna write this. Write him out.
recast.
I don't know if they're gonna write him
Recast.
out or they're
Recast
not gonna
it
kill
with
him off. From what I understand,
no,
they're gonna write
no.
him out.
They're gonna recast him with like
I don't
that
think
wouldn't make any
Wesley. Did you just
sense.
say Wesley
Just
Snipes?
recast him.
Did you say they'll recast him with Wesley
No, I
Snipes?
said just recast him.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't say Wesley Snipes. I
I
said
thought
Jean
you
Claude
did. I
Van
know why I
Damme.
thought you said that. That'd be the worst.
Oh,
All
there's
right.
a Blade movie coming out too. So
Oh yeah.
with Mahershala Ali. Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah. Anyway, so those are your upcoming superhero movies.
That's right.
And,
Well, let's take a quick
I'm
break.
gonna stick with JLA. That's what I'm looking for the most.
Oh, JLA, exactly right. No, so am
So
I.
the
I'm
pizza
definitely
break?
looking forward to that. So let's just take a quick break,
break.
and we'll come back,
Kit Kat break.
and then we'll move on to our main topic, fitness. All righty, we'll be back in a bit. Welcome back. Nerds Talking by nerdsreviews.com. All right, we're moving on. Next topic is fitness.
What do you want to know?
What don't I want to know? What I want to know is how people are, in your opinion, how people are staying active throughout this whole COVID thing. People, I've seen a lot of, it's very hard to get weights at home because they're all sold out. So people are making their own home gyms. So Dennis, what do you think?
Well, fortunately for me, I mean, I had, the gym stuff, all the equipments before the pandemic hit 4 years ago. So it was never a problem for me. But I mean, I can see all the, all the different, all the people and due to what's happening, they're becoming desperate and trying to get a hold of like equipments. I mean, a lot of these, a lot of the equipments. I mean, I've been looking too for some equipments, and some of them are pretty much like back ordered. I mean, it's really hard to get stuff right now. I mean, even like the used stuff that you see on Facebook and Craigslist. Some of these people are just trying to bracket up the price and trying to make some money and kind of take advantage of the situation. But yeah, I mean, luckily for me, I've got all the equipment and all the weights that I need before the pandemic. And I mean that people are getting creative in how they kind of keep up with their fitness. I mean, people are doing the whole Peloton stuff. I got some buddies who's into that. Spend a few grand on that. So it's a lot of virtual, type of training that they're doing. Biking. People start doing jump roping. Just
How do you feel about
anything just to get out of the house.
the technology side of it? Like there's Fitbit, there's Apple Watch, all these other devices you can use to track your fitness. What do you think of those?
I mean, it's definitely gained a lot of traction ever since the COVID hit. I mean, people are more sensible about their health. They're like they're constantly just trying to check their stats and data, make sure their body's healthy. I think for the most part, I think it's it's trending upwards. People are buying a lot of it. Yeah, I mean they're there's tons of competition in that space, and I think is gaining some grounds as far as popularity. I'm using one myself, so and yeah, I mean there's a lot of things happening right now in that space, and and related to the data.
Well, I personally use an Apple Watch 5, and I've
What do you
noticed
think of
that.
it?
Uh, I mean, it's not very. I don't believe it's very accurate. The other day, I was jumping rope. It was telling me my heart rate was at 153 beats per minute. As soon as I stopped jumping rope, I had it measure my heartbeat again. I was just curious. It said I was at 43 beats per minute. Apparently, I suffered a small heart attack in between starting and stopping because my heart stopped pretty quickly.
Is that the
Uh,
latest? Is that the
and
latest one?
no, that's the Apple 6. The Apple Watch 6 is the latest.
Yeah, I think it's the
And
latest. Yeah.
it says after I finish a workout, no matter how much cardio I do or weights I lift, apparently I only burn 220 calories according to this thing. So I don't think it's very accurate. It's a nice watch when it comes to other features, but when it comes to the fitness side of it, nah. I'm gonna try to get my hands on the Amazon Halo. I'm currently on the wait list. It's got quite a few features. Now I know you are also on the wait list. Can you
No,
tell us a little
mine's
more about the Halo and what you know about it?
yeah. I did sign up for an invitation like a month ago, and finally got an invitation yesterday to actually purchase it.
Oh,
So it
nice.
should I should be getting it probably the end of the month.
Oh, that's
I should
cool.
be getting
Nice.
the end of the month, so I can start kind of like experimenting with it and see what kind of data I can capture. I mean, the Fitbit, for me, I mean, I got the Versa 2. It's an older version, but I mean, I think it's been pretty good. I mean, you know, I've been trying to keep track of my steps, trying to keep track of my heart rate, um, the basic stuff, and I think Halo's gonna be great. I think they're offering something unique that a lot of this fitness trackers and smartwatch hasn't done yet, which is checking your body fat percentage. I think there's also a feature where you can check, you can kind of look at your body composition, in relation to the picture that you take. So I think that's a really cool feature to have. That's very unique to the Amazon Halo. So I think that's going to be something that's unique to them, and I think uh, you know in Fitbit and Apple, I mean they're doing different things, and I think anytime you can add something unique to the to the lineup, I think it's gonna add some value, and I think it's gonna be a successful uh, device for them. So one thing that I want to mention too was,
Oh,
so
here we go.
it keeps track of my heart rate, right, when I work out. So I'm always constantly looking at it, like, wait, I have to like, I want to keep my heart rate at 132, so I need to keep moving. I mean, there's other things that contributing to.
I want to know from everyone here, the two of you, what do you think of um, the gym, like gym membership as a whole? Like, what are your feelings on the gym membership? I mean, I want to hear what you guys have to say, and then I'll let you know what I think of gym memberships. Lafayette.
Gym memberships in what regard to the current situation?
No, I mean, like on my view, it's for example, I'm a 24-hour fitness member. I can't go now, or the one that I go to is still closed. But when I was going in the past, um, I had to have I have a 24-hour fitness membership. But in order to go to a 24-hour fitness sport, I had to pay more to go to this gym. Even though when I show up, I'm not using any more than what I do at my regular gym. So why should I have to pay more just because it has an extra name on it? I don't use the exercise room, the fitness, the class room. I don't use the bike room. I don't use the swimming pool, but yet they want to charge me more just to walk in the door. Uh,
It's
California
because
Family
they
Fitness.
you have the options to use those. Like, you don't pay for per equipment. You don't go, hey, I'm just using the treadmill today. All right, today's gonna cost you $2, sir.
Well, no, I
Like,
understand that, but they're charging me more because they add these features. They added them, but they're charging me more.
I
I
get
mean,
it,
like for
but
example, I have to travel downtown to go to the gym. Say they open one right across the street from me, but it's a sport. I can't go there because if I want to, I have to pay more. So I'd have to continue to go downtown as opposed to just one across the street, right? Because it's sport. Why don't they
but
just
would you
charge
pay?
me?
Would you pay more for convenience?
That's not that's not the point though. The point is you're charging me because when I first signed up for 24-hour fitness, it was only 24-hour fitness. There was no sport, there was no whatever else names they have, super sport or whatever. There was none of that. It was just 24-hour fitness. As soon as they started doing 24-hour fitness sport, then they started charging more. Oh, you got to use this. If you want to come here, you need this. And I'm like, why? Well, because we have classes and we have the daycare and we have,
The main problem with 24-hour fitness is when they first opened up, they were all very large and they had everything available, basketball, swimming. It doesn't matter necessarily what they had everything. And then they started opening smaller ones that only had cardio equipment and weight equipment. Those are 24-hour fitness express or whatever they're called. And then they opened up other ones that were just 24-hour fitness express, but then they have classes. Okay, so that's called something different. So it got to the point where your original gym is now a super sport, even though you're like, wait, why did you guys change the name? Oh, this is the most expensive one now. You can still come here because it's your original gym, but you can't go to any other super sport. All because they have basketball courts and they have racquetball courts, so on and so forth. That's the flaw is that, well, I've always had that. Why can't I just go to another one just like this if I'm going to go out of town or something? Oh, no, you got to pay extra now because you like to play basketball. Really? What if I only go to play basketball? Can I pay the same price? But you can't. That's the problem with 24-hour fitness. LA Fitness, all their gyms are the same. You pay one price and so forth. But 24-hour fitness, what they did was basically create tiers to tell customers, you know, it's almost like a cable bill, right? Cable. You want basic cable? Do you want the middle package or do you want the best package? That's what 24-hour fitness did. And as a 24-hour fitness member, I only go for two reasons, cardio and basketball. But yet I still got to pay that $35 a month or whatever it is. But the only upside is I can go to any gym. So that's the only upside. But because of the pandemic, I feel like I don't want to bother anymore. It's going to cancel. Like, what's that? I'm good. Like, thanks.
Did
I
you
think
end up
that's gonna
canceling,
happen.
or did you?
Well, no, they haven't been charging anyone, so I haven't
They
canceled
start
yet.
charging me. They start charging me.
Oh, you know what? Are they open there? 24-hour fitness open
Yeah.
in Northern
Well,
California? That's why.
I don't
in
even know how
Dennis's
they
area, not
determine.
in all areas.
So is it because where I live,
Because
it's in the
yeah,
red,
because
or
it's open. Well, the thing is, I think they're gonna lose a lot of members. I think people are gonna all cancel their memberships. I think especially people that found alternative exercises that may feel like they work for them, they're gonna cancel their memberships. They're not gonna bother anymore. They're just gonna like, oh no, I'm okay. Maybe people got in better shape. Maybe they just lost weight. They felt like, oh, I never lost weight at the gym, but now that I've been doing this certain exercise or diet during COVID, I lost more weight. Oh, I'm not gonna go to the gym anymore. So, but I think that's gonna be one business that's gonna really suffer when they try to come back.
I think it
Is
depends
the
on
gym.
where you're at, though. I think as far as supplements, I think as far as the gadgets, I think the actual gym itself is going to suffer because
Oh, that's what I mean. The
um,
gym itself. The gadgets aren't
yeah,
gonna. I think
for
people are
sure,
gonna buy more gadgets. I think they're gonna buy
for
more
sure.
watches, and they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna buy more treadmills and so on and so forth. They're
I
gonna,
mean, like Pelotons and all these online services are gaining traction because they lost their business from from the the 24-hour they're gaining it from the 24-hour fitness,
oh, they're getting it back.
which
Yeah, now
yeah, they're gaining it from
they're
there.
gaining exact. It's like you said. I remember going to a Dick's Sporting Goods as soon as COVID happened. They had no more weights at all,
Mhm.
and didn't know when they're ever gonna get them back in. And they said, I don't know. As soon as it happened, everybody came in and bought every single weight we had, all the equipment we had. No more punching bags, no more boxing gloves. Like, so everybody had home gyms now. So, that's just that's definitely gonna be affected. But I would say 24-hour fitness. If you have a gym near you, like Planet Fitness. What are the ones they got these days?
The
Crunch.
CalFit, CalFit,
CalFit.
and
Yeah, Crunch
Planet
Fitness.
Fitness. Yeah, Crunch
Yeah, all those
Fitness.
that are just like $10 to $15 a month, just sign up for those. You're gonna get the same workout because no matter what you do, it's up to you how much you want to put into it, right? So if you want to work your ass off, those gyms will work exactly the same.
Because there's a lot of people who think that I have to go to the gym. I have to get out of the house to be
Oh yeah.
motivated,
Or you
right?
got those
I
people
mean,
like you said that I gotta go today for my 30 minutes or and then they tell all, oh, I go to the gym every day. Yeah, but you go walk on a treadmill for 30 minutes. You could just walk outside.
right.
Like,
It sort of become sort of like a habit, like people are doing these the 6 a.m.
yeah, they get up, before work and they go to the gym. And I feel like 50% of people that go to the gym go to say they go to the gym. Like,
Well, it's funny because there's gonna be a lot of
goddamn
people
Todd.
that you'll see the same regular people in the gym, and
Mhm.
they're gonna be the same people that just kind of still looks the same after all
That's
these
what I'm
years.
saying. Exactly. Like you'll see the same ladies on the treadmill every day. And some people that you tell yourself, you don't even need to run anymore. You've ran to the point your body can't lose any more weight. Like you're done. You've maxed it out. Now let's go to a pizza parlor. Like join that membership if you can because you need it.
Well, that's Planet. That would be Planet Fitness. They offer pizza and bagels.
They do. Planet Fitness does offer pizza and bagels and donuts and
And they only have cable machines. They have very limited free weights.
yeah,
What's
they
the,
they yeah.
what's the one that doesn't have free weights?
Planet Fitness. I just finished.
The Planet?
saying.
It's Planet
Is that the one with
Fitness. Yeah.
That's the one that doesn't have free weights at all.
It's
right?
all
They
machine
do.
weights.
It's very limited. It's like the dumbbells only go up to 50 pounds.
yeah.
And then they even have like, I don't know, like signs all over the walls, like no grunting zone or something. They shame you if you're there to work out heavy and make noise. They don't like that.
It's a
so they
cardio. It's a
shame you.
cardio gym. It's a cardio.
So
gym.
Basically,
that's
but they keep
so
you
that's
coming
their-
back. 'cause
that's the
they give
people
you
that they're
pizza and
targeting?
They give you bagels, so you're never going to lose weight if you stay on that
I
track.
think people go there because it's $10 a month.
Right.
That's all. If I had one, to be honest, if I had one close enough, I'd pay for it because I typically do a lot of cardio. I don't do weights.
I have one closer than a 24-hour fitness I go to, but I'm not. There's no way I'm going to Crunch Fitness.
But the
Not
only
Crunch, I'm
difference
sorry,
is
Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness.
I don't have I play basketball at the gym and they don't have it. They don't have anything like that. So,
I'm like
but
like the-
yeah.
CalFem
those.
Fit, they don't have a tier like 24-hour fitness. They just have, I believe it's one fee, but they're expensive. They are really expensive. And the reason I don't like California Family Fit, and I know it's
They're
a
expensive as
family
hell.
place,
They're
but
pretty
there's too many
expensive as
little
hell, too.
kids, too many little kids that are like running around the weight area. I'm like, go away, little kid. And they're all out there
But-
because their dad's working out, their mom's working out, and they're playing on the weights. Like, go away.
But what do you think about the Amazon Halo?
We already talked about that.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
kind of
paying
No, I
attention.
think it's
Going
I think
full
it's gonna be.
cir-
I'm
just
actually
going.
Oh, you're trying to go
I'm
full
actually excited
circle.
about it. I'm actually
Trying
excited
to
about
wrap
it.
it around, close it off.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Dennis.
actually
what were you
excited about
saying?
it. Now, have you guys so there's there's the regular smart fitness or smart watches, and then there's like a Fitbit stuff, right? And then there's like a, I don't know if you guys have heard of Whoop Strap,
Mm-mm.
which is kind of the same. It's kind of the same as Amazon Halo. It's basically like a strap. It just kind of have some like it has sort of like this thing that sticks on top of it, which is kind of the sensor. Just scans your body, like
Mhm.
So it's
the
like
whole
it's like the
day.
Halo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically the Halo and the Whoop Strap. Basically, they don't have any interface at all. There's nothing to look at, and then the Fitbits where you can kind of see like data. So everything is just kind of like it's out of the way. It just kind of gets out of your way. And I think that the one thing that I told Carlos about that I hate about these watches is when I put my wraps on, it gets on the way. It's super in the way, and I just want it to be like just something
Well,
that's
see, I've seen the Halo. The Halo is no different than a smartwatch. It's just that the wrist strap goes over where the interface would be, but you still have where the watches should be. You're still gonna have something there.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no distraction of having to just, having to constantly look at your watch or your wrist.
Well, it's
and,
another question. Do you want an interface to look at, or do you want to keep looking at your phone?
Well, I mean,
'Cause
one
that's
thing
the, that's isn't that the idea of like the smartwatch, right? Is to not keep looking at your phone. All the data is right there on your wrist. or do you want to look at your phone at all the data?
I mean, one thing you have to consider too is the battery life. That interface that you're looking at is contributing to the battery life. So the more
That's
screen that you
interesting
get,
too. How long does the Halo battery life last? Do you know?
I think it's about 7. They say about 7+ days.
Oh, okay. And how long is the battery life on Apple Watch?
About a day and a half. Maybe well, if
Okay.
you use it all day, like if you're checking all your messages, your email,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
phone
yeah.
calls, text messages, about a day. It'll last you a day.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep
And
track of your sleep, that's not going to happen because you have to charge it before you go to sleep. So you have a full charge in the morning, or else you're not going to have it in the morning. Apple enthusiasts freak out if they don't have their
Well,
Apple
best way to
Watch
keep
on
track of your sleep is
to
before
sleep.
you go to sleep, check the clock and then wake up and check it again. Oh, I got 7 hours. Oh man, I could have bought a watch for that. But
I've never thought about that.
mm-hmm.
All right,
Well, I mean,
fellas.
like the Fitbit, for instance, for me, it lasts about 3 to 4 days. So I can actually use it to the full extent. I can, track my sleep. I never lose track of, the steps. I don't have to, keep worrying about charging it. And I can just keep track of my steps the way I should keep track of my steps. And,
I mean, my phone keeps track of my steps. I don't have a smartwatch. If as long as it's in your pocket, it tracks everything.
sure. I mean,
So I mean, that's another
I
thing.
mean,
I
having
mean,
your
the
phone
difference
in your pocket.
the difference
You
is
know,
I can't track my blood oxygen level, and my gas, and all that. Like everything that the watches can do, they can do a lot of things. They can
right.
track, freaking you accidentally time traveled 2 minutes ago. I did? How? Don't worry about it. We'll explain it
Did.
in the app.
Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap this up. We're gonna come back real quick, and we're gonna give you a couple of movie reviews. We're gonna end every show, no matter the topic. We'll end the show with either a few movie reviews and definitely some picks of the week for you to check out, uh, and then we'll wrap it up from there. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. All right, time to wrap this up. This week we reviewed 2 movies. We got Hubie Halloween, the new Adam Sandler on Netflix, and we've got the live-action Mulan on Disney Plus. So let's start with Hubie Halloween. Dennis, what did you think?
Well, it's quite a great movie, to be honest. But it was a fun. I think to me it was a fun movie. Usually I'm just, I'm pretty picky about what I watch, but I mean, it's Adam Sandler. It's Halloween. Gotta watch that. Gotta watch it before Halloween ends. You know what I mean? It was great. I mean, the characters the same. They have the same usual characters, same cast from. There's quite a bit of funny moments in there. I actually laughed a few times, and like I said, it's a feel good movie. Has the same typical Adam Sandler movie feel to it. The ending has some unexpected. I didn't expect you know the ending to have happened the way it was, but it was great. Kind of keep me guessing the whole time. I think it's great.
Hmm,
3.5.
3.5. Okay. Lafayette, what do you got?
It is very much just uh, an offshoot of his other characters, such as Waterboy. But it's very similar to Waterboy in that aspect. Almost the same story. Overprotective mother, kind of a goofy guy that people all make fun of and pick on and think he's a dork. And unexpected love interest. Yeah, you got some cameos: Rob Schneider, you got Steve Buscemi, you got Kevin James. You got the mother from Modern Family. I don't know her name, but she's in it.
Claire.
Um,
I
Claire,
think
yeah,
it's Claire.
Claire
Julie
from Modern
Bowman.
Family. She's
Julie
in it.
Bowman.
Julie Bowman, and has a good cast. It's a good Adam Sandler movie because that's how I put it. Adams, for being an Adam Sandler movie, it's fine. It has some funny bits. Yeah, I mean, I think I gave it on the website a 3.5 out of 5, if I recall, but I can't remember. But it's almost like Adam Sandler movies are in their own category. It's a fine Adam Sandler movie, sure. Like, let's
I
not
think
go
one thing
too crazy.
one thing that I want to add is Adam Sandler hasn't really created anything good in quite some time. So I think I mean he has come up something. I think this is a pretty decent movie that after many years of not coming up with anything, in my opinion.
He's best when he's doing this type of formula movie. That's what it is. So these are his better movies when he plays these type of characters. His last movie was Uncut Gems, and the movie he did with what's her name from Friends? I forgot what it was called.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. It's also a Netflix movie, which is pretty good itself. So 3 out of 5. Watch it. It's a good Halloween movie. It's not it's not a Halloween classic, but you'll enjoy it. You'll get some laughs. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, it's not bad. It's
What's great about Hubie Halloween is that you can just play it in the background, do some do something, right, um, and then just come back to it. You feel like you didn't miss anything, and it's just still entertainment. I mean, it has some entertainment value as part of it. I mean, it's just one of those movies you can just play in the background, and you have to be tuned in the whole time.
Well, I'm glad you guys liked it because I did not. Um, I thought it was sophomoric. I mean, it's PG-13. It's definitely directed. I mean, directed towards 13-year-olds, 13 to 18-year-olds, maybe even 21-year-olds. It's totally sophomoric. I didn't like it at all. I thought the funniest part was when the Julie Bowman character, Violet Valentine, threatened to beat a woman with her own cat, and the cat had this look on his face, like what?
that
Yeah, I
lady
thought that was the funniest part of the movie. I
she was also
didn't
from
really
SNL.
enjoy it. I thought Rob Schneider's character was totally not needed. Pull him out, you still got the same movie. Uh, yeah, so Adam Sandler for me just lost his appeal. I mean, after Waterboy, I hadn't seen anything decent. But yeah, so I give that a 2 out of 5.
It's a solid
Um,
2, huh?
and it's weird that it got and the reason they made a big deal about how it was #1 on Netflix right away when it came out. Well, of course, nobody has anything else to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's and everybody's stuck at home, so you're gonna watch whatever comes up new on Netflix or Amazon or whatever.
I think people would have watched it even if without the current pandemic problem, because he's the big name for Netflix. Oh, Netflix got Adam Sandler. Oh yeah, I'll watch an Adam Sandler movie. If Netflix got The Rock to sign a contract, no one would ever miss a movie because it's
I would
streaming for
miss a
free.
movie because The Rock
like,
will do anything, and not everything he touches is gold. He
but
thinks
you would,
it is, but it's not.
but you would probably watch it. No, to say you'd finish it.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, and the
But-
Aniston movie is called Murder Mystery.
That's right. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay, so I gave it a 2 out of 5. Let's quickly do Around the Horn. Can I even say that? Sure, I can say that. Whatever. Around the Horn for Mulan. Dennis, what did you think of Mulan? Live action.
Um, it's one of those movies. It has so much hype built around it. That didn't really live up to the expectation. I was really excited. When they first announced it, but it's just hit. It just basically didn't hit like a lot of the marks that I was kind of expecting it to be. Yeah, it didn't. There was a lot of hype around it and the trailers and all that stuff, but the trailers didn't really give a lot of as far as the scenes is concerned. It just kind of it's just there's a lot of cutscenes and all that stuff, but I was just kind of hoping it would follow the original a bit more as far as the characters, because the biggest the best thing about the original animated movie was the characters itself. Same thing with Aladdin. I mean, that's sort of what created the movie to be to how good they were. I miss having that dragon. I miss having the cricket, and I think the phoenix. I never really understood the whole the concept of the phoenix, except this just kind of flies above everyone else. It just didn't have a lot of the things that I'm kind of looking for. It didn't have the comedy side of things. The characters were just pretty boring. It didn't have anything that stands out as far as the characters development. and yeah, just kind of disappointed as far as how they kind of went about it. You know, with it didn't follow the storyline of the original animated movie. It just it's just like, it didn't really do it for me as
And
far
what'd you
as
give it?
I would give it, honestly, like I'm really not a very I mean, since I really had a very high expectation for the movie, I think I would give it a 1. For me.
Wow.
I mean, I don't really give a movie that low because I don't want to waste my time on just, if I know it's gonna be a 1, I'm not gonna watch that movie. But it's a franchise movie. It's Mulan. You know, Disney was hyping it up big time. Before it get released, so I was kind of excited about it, but just kind of it didn't do it. So yeah, I give it a 1.
All right,
Wow.
Lafayette, you're up. What do you
Well,
think?
I had low expectations going in. When they announced Mulan as a live action movie, I thought that's a stupid idea. And then when they said there's no Mushu, I was like, okay, got even dumber. And when they said it's going to be more serious, which it was more serious, that's not fun. And my number one flaw in the movie was you can clearly tell that's not a guy. You can't be that stupid. You can't at all.
That's what I said.
That is a girl the whole entire time, no matter how hard they try to cover it up. The cartoon's easier. You can make it easier. You can't do that in live action. She was good in it. The action was decent. The movie wasn't, it was kind of boring. Had no humor at all. The Phoenix thing was kind of stupid. I thought Jason Scott Lee was good in it, though. I think on the website I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 because, like I said, the pluses was the action, the acting was good. Like she was good as Mulan, but it just wasn't that entertaining. It just wasn't. That's all it was. It just wasn't that entertaining. When you have to compare it to something like you do the cartoon, it wasn't that entertaining. Unlike Aladdin, when I watched Aladdin, I was very entertained watching the remake, the live action Aladdin. Had a lot of funny stuff. Abu was still hilarious as a little monkey. The genie was well done. The music was so on and so forth. This one, I just cut everything out and just made it kind of serious. And I was like, it's good, but it's not entertaining. It's a girl. Has nobody noticed that that's a girl yet? You stupid idiots. Anyway, 2.5 out of 5.
Well, no, I have to agree with the low score. It's I mean, if you were to compare it, obviously, if you're comparing it, obviously you're going to compare it to the cartoon, then yeah, you're definitely going to be disappointed. The Phoenix, replacing Mushu with the Phoenix, adding the new character, I don't know if she's a witch or who she was, but I didn't really bring anything to it. I really didn't. Yeah, I found it boring. It was boring. I mean, the actors and actresses did a good job, but it was just boring. I mean, you could have left the room for a half hour, come back. I'm like, oh, it's still on. Okay, cool, whatever.
Like Hubie Halloween.
That's Dennis's take on Hubie. But yeah, so so I'm the same. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. I mean, if you have nothing else, I mean, Disney Plus isn't really offering much. So if you have Disney Plus, oh wait, no, do you still have to pay for it, or is it
You
now
have to pay
free?
for it. You have
Still
to pay for it. Yeah.
Free. Oh, you're talking about for Mulan.
Mulan.
It's not. No, not till December. It'll be free on Disney Plus in December.
In December. Okay.
Well,
Well,
that's another topic that we can talk about, but I just didn't like that having to pay for that extra just to watch a.
I was, you know what? Okay with that. It was just too expensive.
well, my take
Well,
on
yeah,
that
I
is
mean,
you're gonna pay $30
$29
going to the
quite
theater
steep.
anyway, right? I mean, today's
And that's how I
prices,
look at it,
you're
too.
paying $30 just
Yeah.
for the tickets, and then if you go to
Yeah.
concessions,
You're gonna pay more in that theaters. Like,
Right.
And remember, you only get to watch it once at the theater. With Mulan, once you get it on Disney Plus, I think it stays on there for you. It's not a
Okay.
rental. It stays on there. So, like, if they did Black Widow and they said it's going to cost you $40, I'd do it. That's how much I'd pay to go see the theater for 2 people. Okay, sure.
Pretty
I get to
much.
watch that at home too, and I don't have to go anywhere, and I can probably watch it more than once.
right?
Why
and
not?
only that, I mean, you're in the safety of your own home. Who knows what?
Unless you're watching by yourself.
But if you're gonna go, here's another thing. If you're gonna go by yourself anyway, that means you're willing to spend the money, right? Like that would just shows you really want to see that movie. Okay, then pay the money.
Probably.
I think
Yeah.
$30 is reasonable for a big budget movie. I think they should base it on the
Absolutely.
budget also. So if like let's say Wonder Woman all of a sudden is going to be on HBO Max Premium, whatever they want to call it, and it's $30, that's worth it. But if they want to put an Adam Sandler comedy on HBO Max, it should be $10. You know, it should be based on the budget of the movie also. So, but yeah, that's fine. I mean, renting it and so forth is fine. I just Mulan should have been free from the beginning. Should have been just like, hey, look, we're gonna try to give Disney Plus more viewers. Here's a free movie.
What to me the biggest thing is, aren't you trying to lure more, more
More
consumers to
subscribers.
more subscribers? I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, you come up with something huge, right? Like a
That's
Mulan
why Mulan
thing.
should have been free.
And you want to entice people to, hey, we have an exclusive content that's going to be on Disney. We don't have the licensing issues that Amazon and Netflix has to deal with. Well, here's, just sign up for how much, $6.99 and whatever for and with a, I mean, to me, that's the biggest drawing. It's probably it's probably better as far as business decision wise for them. I mean, to kind of get more, subscribers, right? I mean, $29, okay. How many people are really gonna want to pay up and say, hey, I want to pay up $29 so I can see it right away instead of having to wait for a couple of months
Well, that's
before I
just
can
it.
see it.
That's for Mulan, right? If they came out
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, Dennis, do you want to watch, the new Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for $30?" You might say yes, but for Mulan, you're not going to say that. You know what I
Well, I
mean?
mean, well, they
It
say,
depends on
well,
the content.
you have to be a
Content.
member, and you have to pay $29 on top of it. Like,
Well, Disney's
if I'm not a
flaw.
member, I'm gonna be like, you know
Disney's
what?
well, Disney's flaw is they're too cheap. They shouldn't be $7. They should be like $12, and then they can cover the cost of any production for movies that they want to make if they end up getting enough subscribers. Because Netflix is $15, I think, right? 15, and they probably have, man, I would guess worldwide they probably have at least 20 million subscribers. Now think about how much money they make a month. It's ridiculous. That's why they can produce all this content. They have endless amount of money coming in. So
Yep,
they have to
for sure.
constantly produce new content. And so they don't have to charge you for the new Adam Sandler movie. They already paid for it. It's done.
Yeah, and they have tons of international contents too.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
watched a ton of that. So
Japan, Korea.
yeah, but definitely I would yeah, Mulan 2.5. Hubie for me was a 3.5. I did enjoy it more than Mulan. Dennis gave Mulan 1. He gave Hubie what, 3.5?
Yep.
And Carlos gave Mulan a 2, and Hubie, you gave a 2 also. So they're equal in Carlos's eyes. If they put Hubie in one theater and Mulan in the next, he would have to sit in the middle somewhere. So
All right, fellas. So, real quick, final thoughts, and then let us know what your top 3 picks of the week are for a streaming service, what you're watching, and on what service are you watching it on. Dennis, you're up. Make it quick.
I don't watch Amazon Video, so I'm not gonna. I don't have anything to say there. But Netflix wise, I've been watching the Great British Baking Show. I think that's a great family, show that we watch during dinner. It's a great show. I started watching the Unsolved Mysteries. That's a really good. They really did a great job on production for that. It's a TV series, just kind of documenting certain events that seems some phenomenon that happened. So that's one of the good TV shows. And as far as actually 2 TV shows that I'm kind of that are like The Haunting of Bly Manor is pretty good too. That's a great one. I'm halfway through it. It's a great show. It's not as scary, but it's quite a bit of suspense. It's a great TV show. If you like, suspense and a little bit of scary horror type of movie.
All right.
Yeah, what do you got?
I got just tune in this week to watch Borat 2 on Amazon Prime. It looks hilarious. Also, go to HBO Max to watch the remake of The Witches. I think it premieres this week. If you guys don't remember The Witches, that
Oh,
was
is that
popular.
what's that lady?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway.
She is the main witch. It's a remake of a movie from I think the early '90s. It was a really popular movie about the
looks
witches
great.
that kidnap children and want to eat them. And they all meet up at a hotel banquet hall and had a really famous actress. I think it's Meryl Streep for some reason is coming to me. I think she was the lead witch in that one. Anyway, so tune in to HBO Max for The Witches. And if you're on Netflix for the week, I would say there's a lot on Netflix to watch. But for this week, watch La Revolution. It's pretty good. It's a French show dubbed in English. Pretty good. For the kids, tune into Glitch Tech and Cupcake and Dino. I love those shows. And avoid Hoops at all costs on Netflix. It's a crappy show. Those are my take. I'll give you some Hulu next time around if I can find something worth watching on there.
All right, for myself, if you got Amazon, don't miss The Boys. If you like superheroes, but you like violence as well, don't miss The Boys. 2 seasons out now. Season 2, they didn't put it all at one time. They did it per week, but now it's all out, so you can binge watch both. Disney Plus, The Mandalorian starts next week. Don't miss that. If you're a Star Wars fan, even if you're not, you're going to enjoy The Mandalorian. It's really good. So you can catch up on season 1 first, and then season 2 starts on Friday. And then on Netflix, I'm kind of watching a lot of stuff. I'm with
You guys-
Dennis. I'm
do you
watching
guys have,
Great British
Apple?
Baking Show.
Do you guys have Apple?
Apple TV. I'll
Yeah.
throw one that way because you guys covered Netflix. Ted Lasso. If you have Apple TV, don't miss Ted Lasso. That is a great show. All right, that'll do it. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you tune in next week. Hit the subscribe button if you want to stay with us. Or if you just want to come back and check it out next week, maybe hit it next week, but hit it anyway. Goodbye from your host, Carlos Azevedo. Lafiette, you got a goodbye for us?
Yeah, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again, turn on your notifications, unsubscribe, subscribe one more time. That'll move us up the charts. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking. Until next week, remember to watch something on TV. Okay, that's all I got.
All right, Dennis, what do you got? Your final goodbye.
Be safe. Don't get COVID-19. Peace out.
Be safe. All right, everybody. Till next week. Bye-bye.